Hey guys, it's Enru here, the only challenger Nilah main in North America at the moment, and I'm starting an educational YouTube series with a Smurf account to go from unranked to challenger with Nilah. This is going to be the first episode, and I will try to be as detailed as possible, telling you exactly what I do and how I think when I play the champion. Hopefully this video helps you learn more about Nilah and bot lane in general. For our first game, we're going to be playing in D1 Elo. Even though this account is unranked, it had pretty high MMR from last season, so that's where we'll start. This game we're playing against Kate Karma, one of the most oppressive lanes early game. And what I just did, this is exactly what you don't want to do. You don't want to just walk up and take free poke. Even though as Nilah, you always want to at least get XP of the first 3 melee minions. I took too much HP for this, which is pretty bad, but it's still salvageable. So nothing's really happening, we're just waiting for the wave to come into our tower. Our Nunu is trying to gank here, and even if we don't get any kills or assists from this, it's pretty good because we get pressure taken off us in the lane. If Nunu wasn't here, then we'd probably have to take much more poke from farming minions on their tower. And our support took a lot more damage than he should have. He should be a lot more healthy, but that's fine, I guess. As long as we're healthy enough to farm minions, then we're still in a pretty good spot. Especially since we're playing against Caitlyn Karma. Once again, we're just sitting on their tower waiting to farm the minions. You'll be doing this a lot because this meta is all about pushing waves and pressuring. However, the Caitlyn mispositions here and walks up too far, so we get a chance to burn her sums, or maybe even a kill. So let's watch this skirmish again. I kite into the Caitlyn with my autos, and I pop my W when I know that she's going to use her empowered headshot on me. And then I don't cleanse her trap because she's still in my auto range, but I know that Karma still has ignite, so I'm going to cleanse the ignite instead. I flashed for the Caitlyn here because I thought that Bran would be getting Karma, but unfortunately we both flashed on the same target, so Karma got away, which is unlucky. So nothing really happens after the fight, all we did was just push out the lane. And I get to back with a Dirk buy, which is really good, and that's also the reason why I KS to kill, even though my Bran probably would have gotten it with the auto. It doesn't really matter that they freeze here because we're still ahead in XP and gold, and since we're stronger we can always just break the freeze whenever we want. And Caitlyn Karma freezing under tower is already pretty bad for them because they're not allowed to get plates, and this combo is all about laning phase, right? Just taking plates and then killing the tower and moving to another lane. So as you see, 2 of our teammates just died, so the game is pretty much back to even. And right here, the freeze is already pretty much broken bot lane, so the lane is going to be pushing back to us, which means we have kill potential once again, because no one has sums anymore, which is always an advantage for Nilah. So the enemy are really overextended here with no sums, because they have to push this wave, so we just called our jungler to come, and since it's a Nunu, it's like a guaranteed kill. I started off with an EQ here, which is what you usually don't want to do, because if you miss your EQ, or the Q part specifically, you do no damage, so you don't want to do that. Usually you want to land and then use Q. So even though freezing is a pretty common concept right now, specifically on Nilah it's pretty important to freeze when you're level 5, because if you freeze on the enemy, you're going to hit 6 way before they hit 6. And this allows you to build a wave with a slow push while threatening a dive when you're 6. In this game particularly, the freeze wasn't especially useful. They only lost like a few minions, but that's because I'm low health and I haven't backed it, so it's like we can't dive anyways. All I can do is just make them lose a few minions, but this is something you want to look at in your games if you're playing Nilah. You want to be able to build slow pushes right when you're about to hit 6, and then you just dive them with your jungler and support. Karma overextends here, so we just get a free kill. Just use the ult to guarantee the kill, otherwise she might get away. I'm going to be backing after this for a Zeal and possibly a longsword, so it doesn't really hurt to use ult here, as Nilah's ult isn't really that long of a cooldown. Nothing much has happened, we just walked back to lane, cleared a few waves, and here we see that their Caitlyn and Karma are kind of caught out of position, specifically Caitlyn because she's in range of my ultimate after I E a minion, right? So we're gonna watch this again because this is also an important concept. You're gonna watch me E a minion and then click R, but as I R, because I can't attack, I will move into the Karma, so I can hit both of them with my ultimate, and this is really good for skirmishes in general, and you also always want to move when you're clicking R on Nilah. Here I make a really big mistake. I throw away a big shutdown by joining a fight that I should not have joined, and even though I know that I made a mistake, I didn't flash out and instead decided to fight even though I don't have ultimate. Generally as Nilah, you really don't want to join team fights unless you have ult, unless it's like a very obvious win. So this is a big mistake here, and this could cost the game, so this is definitely not what you want to do. So we're just walking back to lane here. We see that our Brand is caught out by Shaco. We're just gonna flash ult the Shaco and then secure the kill. It's 900 gold. And then we're gonna prowl this onto the Caitlyn and finish her off. Looks like she gave up on living anyways. After we kill those two, we just push the wave and we take the turret here. Nilah takes turrets really quickly with her Q and autos because they take into account lethality and armor pen when you hit the turrets. And then we're gonna take the bot turret, then move on to the mid turret, and we transition into the mid game. And we just want our jungler to hover, and at this time, usually you just want to say it out loud. Like, you shouldn't expect everyone to know everything and like know how to play. So if you think something is correct, just say it out. Like, I want my Nunu to hover me and I want him to engage, so that's what I said to him. Unfortunately I die here, but at least we get something for it. Their Shaco made a really bad play and he died, so then we had a chance to get Baron. And after Baron, what we want to do is just push out all waves and get inhibitors. So we get the Baron here, but it looks like our Brand is getting caught out. Yeah, he's dead. But I think we can still 4v5 since we're pretty strong right now. As long as our Nunu doesn't get caught here, okay, it's good. Well, Fizz uses these, so I want to E a minion and try to Prowlers him if I can. Unfortunately, he's out of range. Nunu tanks the fish, so that's pretty good. I feel like I can still engage here with Prowlers. Maybe there's an angle. Oh. Oh, unfortunately he saw it flash, but I think it's still a good trade. Alright, maybe that wasn't such a good trade, but at least we got the inhibitor. So now we're going to start pushing the side lanes. Just going to take this red buff here, clear the bot wave, and then just look for a play near dragon before it spawns. So Nunu engages here. I don't know if he's going to hit someone with the snowball. Well, unfortunately we caught about Shaco, which is pretty bad. That's pretty bad for me. I don't want to get caught out like that right before an objective, it's pretty bad. Thankfully my team was able to win the fight without me. When the enemy aren't chasing my teammates like this, usually I just want to E onto my teammates, then just Prowlers and R. I misplay here, I should have killed the Karma for the kill instead of Shaco. It's okay though, I think we can still just end the game here anyways. I guess the enemy just got desperate here, so they made a play and then we just killed them for it, and we just end the game from here. It's my first time doing a longer video like this. If you enjoyed, or if you think there's something I can improve on, please let me know, and thank you for watching.